everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your girl Kimberly. I want to take the time to say a special thank you to everyone who has taken the time to watch my videos. For those who have subscribed and who have liked my video, I really do appreciate it. I am seeing some comments already coming in, and I have answered some of them. For those I haven't answered as yet, my apologies. I will definitely get to your questions as soon as I can. Now, what am I going to talk about today? So today I just want to talk to you about what I did, the process that I went through prior to coming to Canada. Okay, so it was about 2014, late 2014, early 2015. Yes, guys, that's 5 years ago. I've been in Canada for 5 years. I didn't just come to Canada. I came 5 years ago, and it has been a journey, and I'm going to take you on that journey with me. It was late 2014, I believe it was in December, early 2015. I had the idea to come to Canada, and I mentioned it to my husband, and he agreed. So I started my research on how I can go about coming to Canada. So I decided I was going to go about the study permit route. I read that if you study for a certain amount of years, you can get a work permit for that amount of years and then apply for your PR and the whole work. So I started off with my study permit. I reached out to a popular lawyer in Kingston, who I am sure everyone knows. He's very well known for immigration and this applying for schools and the whole work. So I reached out to him, and when I went to his location, he was located close to the Canadian embassy at the time. I'm not sure where he's located now. I went to his office and I got some books or some pamphlets. I don't really remember. And there was a list of schools that I was supposed to choose from. Well, there was Centennial, George Brown, Humber, among some others. But the school that I chose was Fanshawe College, and it was located in London, Ontario. Yes, there's a London in Canada. It's a small city, but it's really nice. But anyway, I will talk about my school experience in another video, and London and the whole works. So this lawyer assisted me with applying to the school, and I got my school acceptance in June 2015. So when I got my acceptance, I had so many questions. I asked a lot of questions. So I had so many questions, but every time I was supposed to speak with this lawyer, I was asked to pay a fee, which I really didn't have at the time to be paying for all these questions that I had. And then on top of paying for his consultation, which is fair, I have to pay for his time. Then there's the fee for the application for the study permit, and then separate from the fee associated with paying for the application itself. So it was a lot of money. And remember, I'm applying to go to school, and international fees was a lot of money. So I was trying to save as much money as I could. So I decided to try and apply for the visa myself. At least try first. So went back, did my research, and I got the documents together that I needed, and I filled out the documents and I brought them to the Canadian consulate, which was also close to the embassy at the time, but I can't remember the name of the road, but it was behind the Mega Mart that was close to the Canadian embassy. It was that property next to the Mega Mart. That's where it was at the time. So I went over there and I brought my documents. Guys, I'm going to do a video and show you everything you need to prepare to submit your application. The next video that I'm going to do, I will show you how to start the application yourself and fill it out and everything. And personally, I think it's better to apply online. It's much more convenient, especially now with COVID. and they're limiting contact with persons, it's much easier to do the application online. But I did a paper application because I didn't know better at the time. So I put the application together and I brought it to the Canadian consulate in Kingston, Jamaica. And when I brought the application, they asked me where was my police record. And I was like, the application didn't say I needed a police record. Well, the one that I was looking at the time. And they said, yes, you're going to need it. They're going to send back your application. So it's better to just go ahead and do the police record ahead of time. So I went and I did the police record and I brought everything together. So guys, this was about October 14th. Yes, so I didn't bother with starting school in September, as I had previously mentioned, or maybe I didn't. So I changed from starting school in September 2015. I decided I was going to start now in January 2016. So I brought my paper application to the Canadian consulate in about October 14th, and I got a response 1 week later on October 20th. My application was approved. I was so happy, but sad at the moment because my husband's open work permit was turned down. So I applied for both my study permit and my husband's open work permit because he was coming with me. It was an open work permit allowing him to work anywhere, but they turned him down for whatever reason. But to be honest, guys, I would not have it any other way, because when I came to Canada, I realized it was not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Finding a job was difficult, so many challenges, and it was best that my husband stayed back and worked and everything. I'll talk to you about my experience when I came to Canada as well. That's a story in itself. But I was sad at the time because I had to leave my husband. I asked him, what did he want us to do? Did he want me to still go or stay? And he said that I should go and just pave the way, and he'll stay back and ensure things are working out in the background. So my application was approved and I booked my flight for Canada. I came to Canada December 2015. I was supposed to start school in January 2016, as I told you, but I wanted to give myself some time to prepare to find housing and the whole works. Mind you, I do not know anyone in Canada. I do not have any relatives in Canada, especially in London, Ontario. Toronto is the more popular area. Everyone knows Toronto. But I didn't want to go to Toronto. I am not the city girl. I'm not the city girl. So I decided I was going to go to London, and as I said, I am glad I did. So when I got to the airport in Toronto, that's Pearson International Airport, I got the study permit there. So guys, when you submit your application and you receive the approval, you send your passport to get your visa in the book, which permits you to travel to Canada. And then when you get to the airport in Toronto or wherever your port of entry is, that's where you actually get the study permit. So that's what I got when I came to Toronto. Some persons get their social insurance number at the same time. Your social insurance number, or your SIN, it permits you to work in Canada. And I'll also talk about finding a job in Canada and how many hours you can work as an international student and all works. But I didn't get my SIN at the airport. I had to go to a Service Ontario to get my SIN at a later date. I think I came in too late in the night, so I didn't get my SIN then and there. So I got my study permit and then I was on my way. I landed in Canada and here I was, and that was the start of my journey here in Canada. So I have been here now 5 years, guys, and I am a permanent resident now. I've been a permanent resident since 2019. Yes, I've been a permanent resident since 2019. My husband and I have been a permanent resident since 2019. Although he didn't come with me initially to Canada, I applied for his visa in 2016 and he got it. So he has been here with me back and forth since, more on a permanent basis since 2017. So we're now both permanent residents of Canada. As I said, it has been great. Every year has been better than the previous, and we're happy. You know, we weren't suffering in Jamaica. Let me just make that clear. We weren't suffering. Life was great. It was just the two of us. We were both working in corporate Jamaica. We were both working in New Kingston. But we just decided we were going to leave Jamaica just for more opportunity. Not only a better opportunity, but more opportunities, because there are opportunities in Jamaica. I am very glad that I took that leap of faith. I'm glad that we came. As I said, it has been a journey. It has been rocky, but I do not regret it one bit. You know, every year has been better than the previous year. We have had our own challenges with the process, and I have applied. I've made a lot of applications to Canada immigration. I have applied for my study permit, as I had mentioned in this video. I have applied for my visa. So I applied for study permit extension, then I applied for my postgraduate work permit, and then I applied for my husband's open work permit, as well as his visitor record extension, and then finally our PR application. We are permanent residents of Canada. We have been permanent residents for over a year, and then the final end goal would be applying for citizenship. And all of these applications I've done on my own. You know, it takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of time. It can be very frustrating, but it's possible for you to do it on your own if you don't have the money, or you just simply decide that you want to do it yourself. It is possible, because I did it. For those who use a lawyer, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because as I said, it is very tedious, and you don't want to make mistakes when you're making decisions like this. And personally, even if I'm going to use a lawyer, I would still want to ensure I know what the process is. So they're asking me for the correct things. For example, if they're going to do an application for my spouse, for example, I'm expecting them to ask me for a copy of my status documents, because that's definitely imperative if you're applying for something for my spouse. So it's really to keep yourself informed and to know what needs to be in your application, so you're not paying a lawyer to just do your application. Because if you pay them and you don't get your application approved, you're not going to get back your money. So you want to ensure that you know information for yourself. I've known persons who have gone through a lawyer to do stuff, and they ended up having to go back home. Not the end of the world, but you pay all of this money for nothing. So it's really good to know the information for yourself. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. In my next video, I will show you how to fill out the documents that you need now to come to Canada. I will make it as detailed as possible. So if you have any questions, you can just shoot me a comment on down below. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, so that as soon as I drop that other video, you will be the first to know among everyone else who subscribe. Please stay blessed, stay safe, and until next time, see you soon. Bye.